When does Star Wars Outlaws take place in the official timeline? Kay thrives, steals, and fights stormtroopers somewhere between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and it will all be up to those of us who play to save the galaxy once again. Star Wars Outlaws is set around 4 ABY, in between the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Episode 5 takes place in 3 ABY, which means 3 years after the Battle of Yavin and A New Hope. Just a year later is when Episode 6 begins, so we know Outlaws takes place at some point in that time frame. Regardless of the exact date, there are only so many moving pieces in that time frame, and it's changed from some of the more recent content in the franchise. Star Wars Jedi, Survivor, and Andor brought us to the time period between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, which is nearly 20 years. On the other hand, shows like The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka have all taken place after the fall of the Empire or after Return of the Jedi. So while it may seem basic to have Star Wars Outlaws take place during the original trilogy, it's a technically refreshing setting with plenty of potential nostalgia to make use of. The player traverses planetary surfaces on a speeder bike and travels between planets aboard a starship called the Trailblazer. The player can also explore the orbits of planets and moons, as well as engage in space combat using the ship's weapons, including a laser cannon and missiles. 84 space stations provide hubs for trade and missions. As the game progresses, the player can upgrade Kay and Nyx's abilities, along with enhancements for the Blaster, Speeder, and Trailblazer. The player can acquire new skills by seeking out experts and completing their assignments.